Well, hello, Coffee Time friends. How y'all doing? It's supper time here, and we've got the supper made. I couldn't really show y'all today because these went in at lunch today. These were not the regular Dr. Pepper. This was just put in with some coffee. And these are just country pork ribs. And you can do brown or gravy, or you can do barbecue. This is just a little bit of cream, or a little bit of whole kernel corn. And there's the green beans. There's some crusted bread, mashed potatoes, and there's Mama.
Hello.
That's the peasant bread I made the other night.
Here, put some butter on that bread.
Oh, I didn't put anything.
So it'll soften it up a little.
I didn't put any.
Oh,
Didn't do any butter.
just a little to soften.
Are you thinking butter will make it better?
Yeah.
Butter makes everything better, doesn't it? These are just canned green beans from the store. They're called fresh cut green beans. Don't know what that even means. Mama asked me what kind of beans I fixed up, and I said fresh cut. Whatever that means.
It's knife cut, look at that.
Mama said it looks like they took a knife to them. That's what they probably did, Mama. Alright, Mama. Bread. And there's butter. You want butter, don't you?
Oh, you gave me too much.
I knew you'd say that, but I really didn't.
Yeah, you did.
Well, you want to fix your own?
Yeah, let me fix my own.
All right, then. Be that way.
I will.
I bet you she don't get near as many greens on her stuff as I put on it. How much you want to bet? You just want to bet on that. I don't bet I would feel what's going to. Here's your little bit of buttered bread.
Thank you.
We don't normally eat bread, but tonight we're making an exception of the rule. Well, the snow is melted. It gone. There's a trace in the valleys of the rooftops where the sun didn't just hit right on it. And there is a little on the grass in the shady areas, but for the most part, it's pretty well gone. The roads have still got a tinge on them, but not bad. I told you, look at her plate. I told you there wouldn't be many green on there.
I put 1 spoon of beans and 1 spoon of corn.
That's what I put.
You put pig spoons.
I didn't do half and shake it as that's done. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for this meal. We thank you for providing it for us, dear Lord. We're so thankful we're able to sit here together and enjoy it. Dear Lord, we just thank you for your love and your mercy and your grace. Be with all of our friends that are gathered here tonight, dear Lord, and we just pray that you'll answer their prayers and their needs. Dear Lord, be with our country. Be with this world we're living in. Be with the leaders, dear Lord, and everything that they do. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
All right, folks. This is it. Now, like I said, this is not something I could cook with y'all for several reasons. This had to cook all day. This is cooked about 6 hours. These are country ribs. They're pork. But you can treat the pork the same as you would the beef. And this is brown gravy. Now, I made this brown gravy. I'm going to let Mama taste of it before I tell you what I did. Is it good?
Mm-hmm.
So what I did to the brown gravy is I had a can of Campbell's Golden Mushroom Soup. It looks a little different. It almost looks like sweet and sour sauce. So I opened it up and I put 1 can of beef broth. Campbell's beef consomme. And I put 2 cans of water. And then I put a little bit of cornstarch slurry. I did this in a separate pan. I didn't use the drippings because the drippings were greasy. And then I put a little bit of kitchen bouquet just to give it the browner tinge because it was quite golden, quite yellowy looking. But this looks more appetizing. And that's all I did. I didn't put any salt. I did put some black pepper. The soup cans had salt and that was enough. Mm-hmm. Now, I didn't put salt in anything tonight, Mama.
Well, it's the gravy's salty enough. Or I'm getting used to it one.
And I didn't put any in the corn. I just put I put salt and butter. I don't know. Maybe we're just getting used to it. It don't taste that different to me now.
No, it's
And that's basically all the cooking that took place, except Mama peeled up some potatoes. I boiled them and opened a can of green beans and a can of corn. And we're eating. This is the peasant bread. Now, here's one thing. I guess y'all know this. I didn't tell you. You really have to watch your homemade bread because it's fresh. And it's susceptible to go moldy quick. It ain't like loaf bread or what you're buying in the stores. There's no preservatives.
That's what we said at the same time.
So, probably tomorrow will be about it for it. But I've cut it up. I've laid it out over here. I'll probably just cover it with a cloth tonight and let it get stale. And let it get a good crunch on it, because then we could probably eat it tomorrow. See, it's still good. If you let it dry out a little bit, it will probably last another day. And we can toast it and have some crispy bread. It's good, y'all.
It's good.
There's plenty more, Mama. Mm-hmm. And let's try these green beans.
They're good. What'd you put in them? A little butter?
Mm-hmm. A little butter, a little bacon grease. And they are good. They're not bad at all. They're very tasty. What do you think about the meat?
It's tender and good.
The coffee really helps it. And how much coffee do I put? I put about what you would drink, about a cupful. I did add a little water. I didn't put Dr. Pepper in these. The reason I didn't put Dr. Pepper in these, I didn't want them to be sweet, even a tinge. I wanted them to just taste like the ribs because I wasn't going to barbecue them. If I'm on barbecue, then I use the Dr. Pepper. If I'm going to do a brown gravy, I don't. And I just put the coffee, water, and then I make the brown gravy. Now, you can make your gravy out of your drippings. Use an oil separator where you can pour the oil off. You can do that, and it's good. But this was extra, had a little extra grease in it to me.
Yeah.
And I just I just poured all that off and just made gravy and poured back in there.
It was greasy. The pork is more greasier than beef.
Mm-hmm. And that's normal. Now the gravy has got salt in it from the soups, but that's it. But it is still pretty, it's got salt in it. But Mama's not going to eat that much of it, neither am I.
Mm-mm.
That crusty bread's pretty good, Mama.
I needed these potatoes. I was hungry.
I started to be mean to her tonight. I just couldn't bring myself to do it.
I'm glad you did.
We've got sliced canned potatoes in there. And I have used them for mashed potatoes. And they do taste good. And some of y'all may use that all the time. But I was trying to wrap everything up and get it going. I thought, I could just open these 2 cans of potatoes, put them in there, cook them, and put butter and cream. They'd be just as good. And then I thought, poor old Mama's wanting real mashed potatoes. So we'll just take the extra time, and I'll make her real mashed potatoes. Would you have been able to tell the difference?
I probably would.
I'll be mean to you another time when we're really
I'm
busy.
a potato connoisseur.
Sometimes when you've had potatoes in the past 8 days, then I'll pull out the old sliced cans.
Oh. Look out for them, huh? There's some instant potatoes in there in bags. Mashed potatoes.
Mama's recommending instant.
No. I'm just saying they're in there. I wasn't recommending them. Not when it comes to mashed potatoes. I want the real McCoy.
I don't mind a little instant myself. Sure is good.
Yeah.
I told you we was ready for something different. Now, I'll be the first to tell you the dumplings yesterday were delicious.
Yeah, they were.
My chicken and dumplings was good. Mama's dumplings with no chicken she said was good. But it was heavy. I was ready today for some vegetables. I would have had you some vegetables yesterday, but Mama said, you don't need no vegetables with chicken and dumplings.
I just ate dumplings and done me.
Did you have them for lunch, Mama?
Yeah, I ate a little bit of them.
I knew you would. I didn't do lunch today. Not by choice, just I got busy and then it was too late. You know how you do sometimes. You want to report out on what all you've done today, Mama?
Mm-mm.
You don't?
No, I just been pilling.
They'll be thinking you've been cooking moonshine or something if you don't want to tell them about it.
I might have cooked moonshine. You never know.
She's been taking down trees.
Been de-decorating.
She wasn't supposed to do all that. But that's a good sign that she's feeling pretty good. She's getting in trouble. So we're well on our way on the de-decorating.
Getting it all put up is the next question.
We'll get some help, Mama. We'll call in the troops.
Call in the troops. Well, I want to wait till it gets warm. I don't want to open that basement door and it freezing.
So many rules. We have room in the garage. We'll put it in the garage and then they can come and move it back to the basement. If this year goes as quick as last year, we should have left them up. There's only about a few weeks difference in the middle, seems like. Have you ever seen time go by so quickly? Phew.
I've seen on Facebook, I can't remember the days. It's 340 or something days to Christmas.
How long does Mama have to wear
My pocketbook.
the monitor? It's a
Don't know.
defibrillator. We know she'll have to wait through the end of the month because that's when we go get tested again. The bread looks delicious, somebody said. Well, the bread is delicious. The bread was no surprise, though, because I make this occasionally just because it's so good. And actually, it's easy. I'm trying to get to it. It's not easy to get to, but it's easy to make. It's called peasant bread. I think Nola put it up. So here's the loaf we had left, and this is what I normally do with it. So I put it in a bag, a Ziploc, and it's been fresh. It's still fresh, soft. Well, this is getting even this little bit of time. It's drying out. But what I'll do with this is I've cut it up into these big pieces. And what I'll do is I'll probably just put a towel over it, and I want it to dry out a little bit. And so it'll probably preserve it a little longer. That moist bag you put it in will cause it to mold quickly. Anytime you have fresh bread, it's only good for a few days. You can put it in the refrigerator, slow it down a little bit. But it's not going to last near as long as the rest.
No.
So that's where we are. So the peasant bread, and it's good. This is what peasant bread is good for. It's good to eat with your meal. It's good to eat with olive oil and seasoning. It's good to, it's just, you've heard people call for, it's delicious with spaghetti. You've heard people call for, we need some crusty bread. Well, this is crusty bread. And it's just wonderful for anything. You can put a little garlic paste on that. What I like to do when I'm making it, since I don't know that I'm not allergic to garlic. I've proven that because I eat garlic all the time now. I went for years without eating any garlic because I thought I was allergic to garlic, because garlic bread, garlic in cheese balls makes me deathly sick. So, of course, I assumed I must be allergic to garlic. I did find if you garlic powder, if I boiled it in a soup or something or put a small amount, it didn't bother me. So I've determined it's garlic powder that I'm allergic to.
Something in it's not right.
In the brand that we'd used our whole lives just wasn't working all of a sudden. So I bought some organic garlic powder, and I have tried it a couple of times, and it's not killed me or hurt me.
And the y'all's
The y'all's
onion and garlic
does not bother me.
doesn't bother you.
When I first got that, I thought, uh-oh, this is garlic. Which then I determined I wasn't allergic to garlic, but I thought it was the powder, and I thought, I hope this ain't garlic powder, but y'all's don't bother me at all. I thought I was just crazy, but then I talked to other people, through the years, and I found so many people, I'm allergic to garlic powder too. It's something in the powder. A guy I work with has the same problem, except his put him in the hospital.
Ugh.
And it was garlic powder, not garlic. So there's something that... But anyhow, the garlic paste don't bother me. Garlic don't bother me. Fresh garlic don't bother me. So I could rub garlic on this, just cut a clove and rub it, spritz a little butter on it, or paint a little butter on it with a brush. Make wonderful spaghetti bread. It's good just to eat for supper like this. It's good to put olive oil. It's delicious. One of our favorite ways to eat it. Butter, noodles, and bread.
Mm-hmm. I like that.
I put a little olive oil on my butter noodles. Mama does not, but we like to just take... Usually it's spaghetti for some reason, even though it's the sloppiest and the nastiest. We could put any kind of pasta. But we'll make spaghetti noodles. We never blend ours, even with leftovers, because there's a chance that Mama's going to want buttered noodles for lunch the next day.
I'll eat them sometimes instead of all the sauce and stuff on it.
But sometimes we'll get a bowl of buttered noodles, and I'll drizzle a little olive oil over mine, and we'll eat it with crusty bread. Sometimes I buy the bread, Italian loaf, let it crust over. This bread that I cooked tonight, it was in there 4 minutes on broil, but the Easy Bake wasn't cooperating because I saw it.
It wasn't on broil right or something.
It wasn't on broil. I put it on broil, but for some reason I seen the bottom was lit, and I thought, well, that ain't broil. Anyway, it did get a little crust on it. It's very good. I like it when it's browned, but that's what the peasant bread is good for, just for eating like this. I've never really eaten a sandwich on it. Not that I wouldn't, but it just makes real good dinner bread.
Yeah.
So try that peasant bread. It's very easy. I will come on sometime, some Saturday. I don't know why. I guess because when I got time. Some Saturday or some day when I'm not working, I will come on and I'll make the peasant bread from the beginning. And you all can go back to Saturday's video and see the ending. But I'll make it from the beginning. But we have to let it rise for 2 hours. So it'd be hard to make it on a video unless I pre-record it. But if you see the beginning, the rising, you don't have to do nothing. And I can do a second video and show you the ending. So it'll be a part 2 video. But you'll just know we skipped 2 hours of it. And let it rise. Minutes. Then we have to let it rise again for 30 minutes. But we did that Saturday. You all got to see the 30 minutes worth while I was cooking other things.
Ooh, those lights every evening, they start that blinking.
And you bake it in a glass bowl. And it needs to be conventional oven and microwave safe. Smear butter, put your dough in there, let it rise for 30 more minutes. Shove in the oven on 425 for 15 minutes. Cut it down to 325 for 15 minutes. and take it out.
Now we
But
had to cook this just a little bit longer.
that didn't work for us this time. I thought it worked the last time. This time, after the second 15 minutes, I put it back in there for 10 more. So I'm going to change my recipe. I'm going to let it cook on 425 for 20 minutes. And then I'm going to let it cook on 325 for 20 more minutes. I'm going to add 10 minutes in the middle. So that's how we're going to change that up a little bit. But it's delicious.
And it could have been the humidity with the snow and everything. You know,
Yeah, it could have been.
it affects it and stuff.
But we end up with bread anyway, didn't we,
Yeah,
Mom?
and it's good.
Now, you sourdough people, I'm going to say y'all take the cake with me. Cake the bread. I'm not capable. I've tried. A friend of mine gave me a start.
Brenda Jane.
It is a job. There's feeding involved. I can't get into the throwing away. I can't get into the, I forget the fancy term, but you take half of it and throw it away. You feed it some more. And then you float it a while. And then you let it rise, and that's hard. I may try it again sometime. But when you get into that sourdough making,
It's a talent.
it's like a 2-day commitment. I'm just going to tell you. Now, I'm sure the more you do it, the better you can do it, faster you can do it, and all that. But you committed to sourdough bread. Peasant bread, it takes a little while for the rising. You can't start it and come back to it in 2 days. But the mixing up of it's 15 minutes tops, and that's getting your stuff out and cleaning up afterwards. Letting it rise for 2 hours, separating it, putting it in 2 bowls, let it rise another 30 minutes, bake it for 40 minutes. I can handle that in a day. Somebody may have to do a hands-on sourdough demonstration. Hey, Brandy, if you like bread and you make bread, this bread's easy. I think I've made it on here once before.
I don't remember.
Has she been on a ladder? No, Timothy. Have you
What?
been on a ladder?
No, I ain't been on no ladder.
I answered too quick, Timothy. I wasn't really sure.
No. I told you I tilted the trees over and got the stuff over them. I didn't.
Timothy, we'll never know the truth.
It is the truth. I didn't get on no ladder, no step stools, no ottomans or nothing like that.
She's got a way of wording stuff sometimes.
Mm-mm.
And then you say, did you do... Well, now, I did do that. Like her new rule last year she made up, some of y'all remember it. She don't count it being on the ladder if you're on the first step.
It's just that high, my God.
So that's not technically on a ladder. You got to go up to the second or the third step before you can say I
Mine
was on
just
the
only
ladder.
has 2. On the step ladder, you got to go up high here.
So when I'm saying, Mama, you been on the ladder? No. Just the first step, she said.
I ain't even been on the first step today.
Well, whatever she done, she's made it and done well. We'll see, Mama, how you do with it.
I've eaten now. I got to rest and go to bed.
Actually, Mama's got Tupperware to tend to tonight.
Oh, that is right. Is it time for it now, or is it?
It will be in a little while.
Oh,
Tupperware is still going strong. They posted a bunch of stuff today. I'm going to try to get it on there before the meeting because they'll ask me, did you post? And I'll go,
oh,
I will. So I'll post the specials that they sent today. I posted a bunch the other day. It's not that they're selling out. They're just selling some good deals. This new company's come in and they're doing a great job. Tupperware sold several times before. It's nothing new. So it just happens. It rotates around. But they're here to stay. They're not going anywhere. And as best I know, which I'm not on the executive finance board, they're no longer in debt. They're no longer in trouble with trying to catch up on debt. They took care of all that in the process. And they're in good shape, ready to do business, is what I've heard. And so they did move. They did not move out of the States. They moved into Middle America so that they could distribute more evenly and not be scattered out in little places and trying to ship. So
that cut a lot of cost out.
It cut a lot of cost, so they've done a good thing. And Tupperware's still a good product. Mama still loves it.
Yeah, I've used mine for 57
We
years.
appreciate y'all buying it, but we're not on here to. Someone said every time I cut on there, y'all are mentioning tea or Tupperware wine. We're just doing it because we want to share what we share. I mentioned Duke's mayonnaise, ain't got a thing to do with them. Don't make a dime. I mention anything we like and we use, we mention it.
Yeah.
But we do sell the Tupperware, and we do sponsor, or they sponsor us, y'all's sweet tea. But I'm promising you, we've been offered many sponsorships, but I've never felt enough about the product that I want to put my name with it. But y'all's sweet tea, they're the real thing.
Oh, that's wonderful.
And the tea's good, the spices are good, the products are good. Mama,
I've drunk tea all day today.
Mama usually wears one of their shirts.
Yeah.
They love Mama. They send her shirts. I thank you for the help, boys, for clothing her. Their products are good, and they're honest, good people just trying to make the dream come true for themselves as starting up a business, grassroots business. They started selling tea by the cup at fairs and venues in a tent. It's the real thing.
The
And
determination, they've got it this far.
and they've got more things in store. But we never want you to feel like that we're begging you to. Someone said that they're all the time begging for money or stars. The stars, I don't even know how they get started. I don't know when they're on and when they're not. Maybe I should.
And I don't know anything about how they do.
The only thing I ever ask y'all to do, if you don't care, is give us some of these hearts and these thumbs up. They're totally free. And what those do is they affect the algorithm. Now, that's just a big fancy word, and I don't even know what all it really means. It just means the rhythm of the pushing out of the videos, I guess. But it also picks up you. So a lot of y'all say, we don't see you anymore. Well, if you'll do some of them free things, and I'm not asking for any stars, so don't get that. No stars, just these. That will get Facebook to know you like us. And then that'll get Facebook to say, oh, well, let's show that John and Mama to, let's just pick some up, to Linda, to Gary, to Teresa. Let's show them to them. Let's put them on their feed. Let's notify them because you've interacted. Facebook's big on these interactions now. Used to, it was on, did they tell us one time it was on comments and time that they viewed?
I think that's what you said.
I think now it's on interactions. It changes. So that's what it is. Mama and I are not videoing on YouTube. I do have a YouTube page. Coffee Time with John and Mama. A regular page that's really us, but it's not had anything uploaded on it several years, and we don't have that many followers over there, subscribers. The one that you're watching on YouTube, it's got all the thousands and thousands of people. It's fake. If you're watching this video, I will not be posting this video on YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, these people, whoever they are, have pirated Mama and my image, our video, our words, our work. And they're making money on it. They don't have a thing. They don't do a thing. They don't do one thing.
They ask for money too. Don't dare
Right.
send them.
And then they turn into YouTube. YouTube has probably monetized them. And they're getting a check on John and Mama. But we don't get nothing. And they don't have our permission. So how do you know if you're on the right YouTube page? If you're seeing me and Mama on YouTube, wrong page. The only platform we use right now is Facebook. We do have the other one. What?
We're live on Facebook.
And we're live. But now, if you see a replay, that don't mean it's not us on Facebook. But right now, this very moment at 7:06, we're live. That's one way you can know if you're following the right page is come down here to my name and Mama's name, punch it, go to our page, and like it and follow it right while the lives are going. And you know that's us. But if you're watching on YouTube, you're watching on a pirated page. We don't get any money. Don't send them any money. Don't believe that they're going to give you any prizes or nothing. That's not us. Instagram, we do have the Coffee Time with John and Mama on there, and I need to go over there and start sharing some of these videos. I think there's even a way I can share both of them, but I need to do that, and I may start doing that. That was one of my New Year's things I was going to try to work on, is to get the platform of Instagram and Facebook to maybe sync up and maybe start putting more over there. But the important thing is we just get to come on here with y'all. We love it. We're growing here. We're the turtle. We're not the ones that are shooting in a rocket. Mama wanted to get $200,000 by the end of 24. It ain't happened. We may not be to 200,000 by the end of 25.
No, we're just what we are.
We're what we are, and we're growing slow and steady. And we're not going to change anything. We're not leaving Facebook. We're not any of those things. So, Lord willing, we're going to hang in right here with y'all, and you're a family to us, and we really mean that. Some of y'all's names have been on here for 5 years. I think we're about 5 years old now, Mama.
Oh, surely not.
I think we're about there. It was January. I think I started, we really started in January, but I was on my own private page, just locals. And it got growing so big, I had to come up with Coffee Time with John and Mama page instead of my regular page. But then I think that happened in April. So it looks like we started in April, but we really started earlier on the other page. But anyway, and first it came out, it was Coffee Time with John. Mama wasn't on there. She refused to even be in the room while I was recording. And I tricked her into making me some Novak cookies on here. I'd like to go back and see that first video because you wouldn't even look at the camera and you were so nervous and you wouldn't say a word.
I still get nervous.
And she said, I'll make them cookies and don't you bother me no more.
That was right. But you tricked me.
But when she got on here and didn't kill her, and everybody said nice things, and she said, they're so sweet. And I said, Mama, you going to make them something else? No. I said, why don't you make some biscuits? Why don't you do this? Because I can't do all that stuff like you do. She came on, and now she sits here, and she's just, it's all about Mama. So the page really...
It ain't all about me. I don't do the talking or none of the work over there.
No, Mama, but see, it's here's Mama. If I could rename it now, I'd call it Coffee Time with Mama. And pick me off. And I told her, when we do the cookbook, I'm just going to put you on the cover. Because the only thing I want is my mama's cookbook published.
You're not going to put me.
She won't have it. And I said, won't you sit close to the camera? And I can see it from where you are. We'll switch. No.
I'm doing good to do this part now.
You're doing great, Mama.
Yeah.
I've been taking down Christmas decorations today too, Mama. Teresa's been taking hers down, Mama.
Bless her heart. I hope she does better than I do.
I had ham and eggs, cheese and English muffins. Renee, that sounds good. I love ham and egg English muffins, but it sounds like yours might be a little bit more elaborate than what I do. We're on the verge of having us a breakfast one night. I told Mama the other day, I said, you realize it's been over a year since we've had breakfast or supper? And Mama said, we may have to work on that. I currently have some blueberries in the refrigerator rotting. I always like to keep a banana on the counter rotting and blueberries in the refrigerator rotting.
Are they rotten?
No. They're in Fridge Smarts, or they would be. I bought them over a week ago to make blueberry waffles.
I thought you just got them. Thursday when you went to the store before the snow.
I went before that Thursday trip. I got them. So I need to attend to them. They'll last a long time in a Fridge Smart, Tupperware Fridge Smart, but they ain't nothing lasts forever. And so I'm going to make some blueberry waffles one night or one morning. That's what I planned on. Planned on it Saturday. We didn't get there.
No.
We got up and got distracted. Mama, you know what we need? We need a director. We need somebody to say, here's what you need to be doing, and it's time for you to do this, because we both...
I can tell you what to do, we just don't do it.
Who tells you what to do?
I can make it up.
But you didn't tell us Saturday morning. You better be doing them waffles or you're going to run out of time.
Why didn't we do them Saturday?
You got up and you started, let's take the ornaments off this. If you'll get that mantle cleaned off, we'll have this room done. So I done that, and you said, I meant to tell you, and I went in out there and we done some stuff. And before long, it was 11 o'clock. I ain't going to do no breakfast at 11.
It's called brunch.
It's called brunch. You got me distracted is what happened. We work.
See, I told you I could dish out.
You was dishing out, and I was doing it, but we didn't get doing what we're supposed to be doing.
Well, you can make waffles. Get up early in the morning and make waffles.
I don't think I can eat waffles.
You can bring it into my bed. I don't have to get up that early.
I will,
myself.
Mama. I don't care a bit too. But I don't think I can do waffles at work.
No, it make
I have to do waffles on a Saturday. I can't even do waffles on Sunday. I can't do pancakes on Sunday. All that carbs and all. Ooh. Well, I would just be sleeping. Waffles is a Saturday morning thing, and after you eat your waffles, you drink your 20 ounces sugar-free liquid. I usually do water. Sit around a while.
Oh.
It's not a day when you're going to be working, for me anyway. Or you do them at night and go on to bed. That's what I do.
That's what we'll do. We'll do them at night and go to bed.
Speaking of which, Mama, it's about time for you to clock in at the Tupperware.
I know
Girls.
it. I've got to hurry. You better get off from here.
I will, and I'll clean up these dishes right quick. We'll get you set up for your meeting.
Okay.
Folks, y'all have a blessed night. Thank you for joining us. Hope you've got something good to eat tonight. Make you some memories. Speaking of making memories, Mama, I ain't seen no puzzle laid out.
I ain't had time. I've been de-decorating.
She's de-decorating.
Undecorating.
We're gonna get some of it done this week. We got a 3-day weekend coming up. Some of y'all have.
Why do you have a 3-day?
It's Martin Luther King Day on the 20th.
Oh.
And then it's also the inauguration day.
Since I don't work, I can't keep up with all
But
this stuff.
the day is for Martin Luther King. All right, folks. Y'all have a blessed day. We will see you tomorrow, Lord willing. And who knows? We might cook again.
And then we might not.
And then we might not. We'll see. Y'all have a blessed day. And say good night, Mama.
Good night, Mama, and God bless you all. Bye-bye.